Do you know why the phoenix sits on the right hand of the emperor? She is his guardian, his protector. That she's both beautiful and strong. Your job is to bring honor to the family. Do you think you can do that?
Welcome to the Movie Club Podcast. This ain't Steven. It's your boy Trae and Price. That's right, I took it back. I have conquered. I have broken down the wall of Steven's Movie Club to come back to give you the goodness. Oh yeah, Shakis is here.
What's good, people? I'm here.
Anyway.
Well,
we had to yes. We had to come back mostly by popular demand because I've had some people ask me about this Mulan, about Disney Plus's new movie, their new live action foray, Mulan. All right, now Shakis, before we get started, I want you to know there's some controversy with this film.
Is there now?
There's a bunch of controversy with this film. However, I will say this. We are going to talk about the movie itself. We won't, at least I want to say we won't allow that to jump into our judgment of the film. You know, that could be for other things. If you want to hear our thoughts about that, we'll put it on a podcast, on a different podcast, something like that. We can make another Movie Club extra and talk about that. Sort of thing, but we're gonna just leave it towards the film itself.
We will leave the film to explore the film.
Exactly. You know, all that other stuff is just extra stuff for for yourself to consider. On that mark, on that note,
I have a question first.
Yeah, what's up?
Are we going to keep Steven's format?
Oh, you mean the spoiler
keep the spoilers
free
in a separate
and
section?
Come into the spoilers later. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
literally just about to say that. You know, if you let me do my thing, I got you.
It's just my chi. You know,
you gotta form your chi. See, this doesn't work because it's audio and they can't see me move my.
They can't see meander.
They can't see me move my because I got my forms down. People, just imagine Donnie Yen in every other movie. Donnie, that's what I said. Damn it, I got my chi realized. Well, see, when I say Yen, it sounds like yin.
I think you meant that backwards.
That's when I say yin, it sounds like win.
Yeah,
and when I say yin, see, we're already the wrong people to have on this.
Hey, I think we're the right people for this podcast.
Yes, the right stuff. But no, I do what we will keep to that format. And speaking of the spoiler free section, what are your spoiler free thoughts on Mulan?
They really like that camera trick. The
rotation camera.
They really like to use that. They could have used it a little more sparingly, in my opinion. But this was all right.
Yeah,
this was all right. This from when I first saw the first trailer, and I don't know if we did like a trailer talk of this. I don't think we did.
We don't do that. You mean like during the watch movie, like actual recorded trailer talks?
Yeah, like a recorded one. I don't think we've done
a recorded trailer talks. We usually do that while we're watching the movie. I don't think we've ever done a trailer talk unless it's been a part of a podcast.
Okay then.
Yeah.
But
spoilers for stuff that could come up in the future.
With the pandemic, let's see how that goes. But if, as Trae remembers, I was really excited for this movie. Mm-hmm. That first trailer and that second trailer was real good. Like that camera trick, mm-hmm. it was seamless. That editor, boy, you know what you're doing. You know what you were doing because I don't know who edited this.
You know what you're doing on your family, on your cow.
If only that was a line. Even as a throwaway, which they had a couple of. It was not as I was expecting, but it is better than Aladdin. Mm-hmm. The Aladdin live action. It was more original than the Aladdin, which is more kind of 1-to-1 from what I've heard from people. Mm-hmm. It's like just basic retread. The score is nice, and they do have some callbacks to the original film.
Mm-hmm.
The I can't remember the songs, like the "Who I Am" inside that song. They orchestrated that.
The girl who are fighting for all that stuff.
Like all that's in here. So it'll sound familiar, which is good to help you kind of keep with the motions. But they do still have some of those same scenes in here from the original, so that's nice. And I like the Phoenix. I like the Phoenix.
Hey.
I do. I like the way it looked. I think it could have been a little more like shimmery or shiny or something, but that's just like personal.
That's a different movie, dog. That's Little Mermaid.
Chill out.
Wait, was Little Mermaid shimmering, shining? See, shit, I might have messed up the meta. I might have messed up the joke. Damn it! I am the jokester here. Know your place.
But I think this was good. I think that a lot of the there's no songs in here, and there's no Mushu. Why watch it then? I think you can throw that out the window. It's not about that. It wasn't really about that before, but those amplified the film as it was is what I'll say. And for me and for you, because I'm right. That's right, people. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
No, but it's enjoyable. I think it's a solid watch. I don't think you need to go see it, but I think if you got, it was $30 extra on Disney Plus. So if you really want to see it, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind paying that. Which I guess gives away. Oh, what's your?
We'll go. My rating?
Yeah.
I'd give this like a. This is a solid 7 out of 10. This is a good par for the course Disney film.
It done this in so long. What's your grade?
I thought we were going by Steven's systems. He just goes by out of 10 or out of 5.
Oh my god.
He goes.
I told this man. We back, motherfucker.
You know what?
We back.
My bad. This gets a solid C.
My man.
This movie is
really.
Damn.
Sorry, I was still in excitement mode.
Like, do you think that's too high? Do you think it's too low?
You'll see when I.
Interesting. I think it's very par for the course. It is a film that does what it is trying to do without fail.
Okay. I'm gonna have to tell you, man. Like I think that this was more of a Mulan for me. You know.
Okay.
Cause I wasn't like you. I wasn't a big fan of Mulan. I like Mulan. I respected Mulan.
It's my number one.
You know, and I know this. Every time we saw that trailer, this is my number one. You know, I love this movie trailer, and I was like, I respect. Hey, honor to your family, to your Mulan. You know, and I respect your Mulan.
To my cow.
But this Mulan right here, boy.
Okay.
All she do in the movie is just be kicking stuff. She kick a spear, kick an arrow, she kick a poo. She kick everything.
She liked to redirect shit in the midair. I'll tell you what.
Oh my God. Well, can I say, okay, so you didn't like, cause I'm gonna hit on some of your points because your points lead on to my points.
That's fair.
You thought they used too much of the spinning rotational camera, right?
I do.
I think that shit lended right to the Wushu combat type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause I love that Wushu shit, man. I love that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that Thunderbolt fantasy right there, boy. This is all you need to
see them dolls move.
Cause all they do is they do this spinning. They be spinning like Beyblades out here, boy. And that's all they do in this movie. They be spinning this. Mulan be spinning, boy. She for real. This movie looks like a ballet in motion. It is so beautiful when it happens. I actually got to see the visual effects, the beginning part where they're doing the Khan, the Mongol horde going against the first barrack, first battalion, whatever. When they're running up the wall.
Yeah.
Cool. They're on like green screen, like metal, or like moving like horses. Oh, like that, like actual horses, but like the horse saddle, they're like molded like saddles. So that they're riding and they just jump on to the green screen thing and then they just jump onto like I don't know if they like rotate the. I think they rotate the camera because they just jump onto the wall. You got. I got to show you.
Yeah,
this clip.
you'll send me the clip because
if it wasn't on Instagram.
We have also gone past the stage of needing horses on films. We can just green screen them and do visual effects for them.
And they look real as shit.
So
no more of the what was his name? They just like killed the shit out of horses. One of those old Western directors. What is his name? I am so Ted is rolling around his grave.
Is it the one that did The Searchers?
I think so.
What was that dude's name?
I can't remember it for the life of me right now.
John Wayne was the actor.
He's the actor, but whatever
the other dude had a boat.
Oh my god,
he had a boat.
Are you talking about Werner Herzog?
No, not Werner Herzog.
Oh, that's whenever you say boat, I just remember that dude crashing a boat.
He was in World War II or World War I or some shit.
Dude, now you lost me forever.
It's the director. He was in the war.
I didn't remember.
Ted would be disappointed.
He would be very disappointed.
And me because I forgot the name.
Not just me, brother. You too. Both of us.
Because the problem
bother you this whole review.
It's because the damn movie's known for John Wayne. I think the other dude was named John too, but then it couldn't be. It also
everybody's named John.
Exactly.
Anyway, but no, that all of the Wushu stuff. Like I think I could watch this in like a whole marathon with like Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and other movies that I can't really name right now because I'm really bad at memory. As you just saw through that whole exchange we just had. Honestly, yeah, all that stuff that like I want to know what people's problems are with this movie. If you had a problem with this movie, please do comment down below because I want to hear your thoughts about what you thought about this movie. Actually, Sammy, who was the one who asked me, what my thoughts were and wanted us to do this, he wasn't feeling the movie, and now I'm really interested in what is his problem? What did he have to say with it? If I have to say anything, not spoiler wise. That I did have a problem with. I think the witch in the movie was way underutilized.
Yeah, I can say so.
Like they make
I can't
her
say too much without
OP for a lot of the movie,
and then
returned to
level one.
Kind of. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Because I don't have that whole like the thing that happens. I don't have a problem with.
I do.
It's just the stuff before it there could have been more before that.
That's fair. I see what you're saying.
But we'll come to that. I do think our main Mongol horror villain dude has a lot more gravitas than the dude from the original movie. Because they actually showed him doing something before his attack on the Empire instead of just glowering at the camera. At least this man got to at least run around and like bark orders at people, like instead of just like, I'm evil. All right, let's go. It didn't. You don't see him for half the movie. You get slapstick and a girl we're fighting for the rest of the movie. Which is great, which is funny and all that good stuff. You get Eddie Murphy, dishonor your cow, dishonor on this. I'm Eddie Murphy. You get
yourself
that.
A lucky cricket.
You know what I'm saying? You get that. But at least this one, there's a lot. I think there's a lot more here. Another interesting thing is I would like to see this in a dubbed version. Or in a Chinese dubbed version. I want to see the subs, not dubs. I want the subs, not dubs out here. Because there's a weird thing. I don't know if you noticed it's with the Emperor.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
right? Yeah,
yep.
right. Like it looked like he was weirdly dubbed.
It looked like that. It looked like that old Wushu shit for real. I tell you what.
I wish this was video so bad. Like you have come to my temple, and your lips are just moving. Yeah, you can hear the flap of his lips. They didn't ADR that out. Like they couldn't remove the sound of the flap of the lips, but they removed his voice and everything. Yeah, it was very weird and a little bit off-putting. But other than all of that, I think this movie has heart. I think this movie has character. I think this movie is beautiful to look at. Honestly, man, despite all like the technical stuff, like I give this like a B plus. I will give this a solid ass B plus. Like there's I think the technical stuff would keep me from giving it an A. I for real think like if you're doing something like this, and I know you're probably the reason that they did there's no Chinese dub version is that they don't want to isolate any of their English audience that want to see this and all that. No, not a lot of people want to read subtitles and stuff like that. I get it. Fine. All right. Whatever.
Read.
It's fundamental. Reading is fundamental. So, suck it up.
Improve your knowledge.
But that's it. That's the spoiler section. That's the spoiler free section. That's all you get spoiler free. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, and then you go get your butt out of here. Yes, you too, Joan. Go ahead, go get your butt out here. And then we're gonna get in the spoilers. So yeah, the witch heel turn, because that's the thing fresh in my mind right now. I like the fact of her sacrificing herself for Mulan.
I like the idea of it. Because I do not like the execution.
It makes sense for her story because the whole movie she's talking about. The whole movie, the reason why she's evil is because she isn't accepted. She is treated like a slave. She's treated like a dog, even though she is clearly a bird. And she doesn't think the world will ever change. And honestly, she probably killed what's his name as soon as he did get any sort of power. I could see that coming. Right? If she would have slipped that man some poison, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, she really wouldn't have to do that. She could just like bird claw him in the fucking neck.
Yeah, but there's something about like mystical god people never really just outright killing people. It's more like manipulation and shit like that. I don't know. That's what I get from reading the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. They're really cool. There's a little consumer. Anyway, that's besides the point. But no, I get in her seeing Mulan actually make that change. It kind of Grinch style melted her heart and allowed it to grow.
Yeah, 3
bird sizes that day, and that's cool to me. I still say they could have really utilized her more. She had, and I don't know if it's because of the budget or what, but I don't understand. I didn't see her doing a lot of. I got up. There was the opening scene, and there's a lot of cool stuff of her, melted in the shadows, becoming bats. I guess I didn't really get to see very close. I'd imagine they bats. It sounded like bats, but there wasn't a lot. Like you see her hand turn into a claw, and it turns. I feel like she did more in the trailer than she did here. I feel like it was a lot more in the trailer, like her arm extending and stuff like that. Trailer,
she did that thing where she her clothing, like her gown, she extended that shit to like the same shit the Emperor did.
Yeah, with the
he was fucking up them niggas.
Okay, see, I thought it was more like her limbs did the shit. Like it looked like in the trailer, like her it looked like her hand was also stretching out.
It could have been
along with that, and they just cut that out, which would disappoint me. I feel like a lot of stuff, like she could have done a lot more really cool stuff, and she didn't. There's literally a part where Mulan has just revealed herself, and she's on the mountain looking out over China, and I got up and went to the bathroom real quick because I had to pee. But
all she did was cry.
She was crying.
Yeah, she was crying in the interim because she did not accept it.
And the witch was there, and I was like, I missed a really cool fight scene.
Nope.
That's my problem. Like,
nope. She showed up and they started talking no jutsu.
And it seems like what they did was, instead of having a really cool fight scene ahead of the typical, we're not so different, you and I, like the evil villain trope.
It was immediate
that you hear a million times before. That is probably my one problem with her role in this movie.
Okay, so to piggyback off of that, she should have fought the fucking Phoenix. That's what I wanted. I knew that would never happen, but there was a sliver at the mountain battle, which is a little bit silly at the end with how she resolved that. Like, it doesn't make sense that they would turn their whole fucking fire boulder catapult around to purposefully cause an avalanche unless they're just dumb. Well, one, they're dumb, but two, they also thought that there was a battalion hiding behind the rocks that they couldn't get to with their arrows. That was the whole point of her, like, putting those helmets up. No, I get it. Yeah. I do. I still think it's silly. I think it's a little. It's silly. It was silly, but like I was saying, I wanted her to fight the Phoenix.
I see this
because in the moment when the Phoenix when Mulan after Mulan takes
did you actually say that?
I didn't. I did it this time for the jokes. After she takes a bird claw shuriken to the chest and lives because she lives.
She had the girdle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking like,
yeah.
Is it because she had to?
Which is
I
weird because it's like
but
you will die in your lies, but her lies are what saved her in that moment. So, witch,
Haha, witch and narrator voice. She comes onto the battlefield and the Phoenix is with her. I'm like, yo, this is some cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Phoenix goes away. And it's Mulan, and I get that it's Mulan's moment to show her prowess on the battlefield, and she, of course, she kicks some motherfucking spear in the air, and she
scares people away.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah, she did. That
was great.
That was great. That was a plus. And the witch is nowhere to be seen.
Well, because she's distracted in that moment. She's distracted. No, wait, was that afterwards? That was afterwards.
That was immediately afterwards. Because then, after the dudes run away, they get the catapults start coming in, and then they started grouping up.
No, they grouped up before. Them. They grouped up before the catapults.
Yeah, she's attacking them, and then right after the catapults show up.
Yeah.
And before that is Mulan and her.
She's being out here whooping ass.
Yeah, and then they're all running away.
The witch flies in from somewhere.
Nowhere, just the air. Or from wherever Falcons come from.
Wherever she left from leaving Mulan to die. Because that's what happened. She left Mulan to die and then just fucked off. And she probably doesn't like fight on the ground battles. You know what I'm saying? That was probably
she doesn't have to.
That was probably like Barracon's or whatever's like plan. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yo, you are just to distract. Heed my words, woman. You are just to distract the battalion. Make them crowd up.
So that we can crush them with boulders.
It's like the whole keep your queen peace while your pawns are out there fighting and whatnot, so your queen don't get taken.
Yeah, I
don't know, chess stuff, chess words. I'm smart.
Chess.
Another thing. I think I kind of want to piggyback over what you said, but now I forgot what that was. Now I forgot what I was gonna say after what you was gonna say because you made a good point, and I was like, oh, but now it's gone. So now I'm moved on to the other thing that was silly.
Okay.
Oh, Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, you mean Cricket, the person who's not a cricket?
You want to talk about somebody who who leveled up with no development at all in the entire movie.
He was the first person to make a shot.
Okay. And now, subsequently, he's shooting 2 arrows from behind his back. Also, can we talk about that whole, the whole last battle? The rest of the army,
silly.
Sans Mulan is just dumb. So you got you got Cricket out here shooting behind his back. Mulan then ran track all the way to the emperor. Right, she went to the emperor's throne room, had a conversation with the witch, ran all the way to where the emperor was being, which I'm thinking passes where she left the army in that tunnel or whatever. Passes them, goes to where the emperor is being held captive. Fights what? No. The witch gets shot. She's over there holding Mufasa, and then goes on to fight Barracan. Comes back. Then by the time she's finished, I think she comes back. Dude just finishes fighting the dude with the chain and the ball. This is literally that scene from Iron Man 2 when Black Widow was going through the hallway whooping every ass and Happy is sitting there trying to box one dude. That shit was funny to me. That was hilarious.
And then people started awakening to chi at the end of battle. Like the dude, when homie was fighting the dude with the whip and the chain, he was on the ground, and then he just magically does some crazy shit and beats that nigga's ass at the last second. It was so quick. It was so quick.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When so dude with the sickle, right? Or dude with the ball and chain.
Right.
When he beat that dude, when he kicked him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the ground.
I just seemed like some normal ass shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, that shit didn't look. He looked sped up. He looked literally sped up. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? It was so quick. And then you got Cricket, nigga on the floor with his eyes open, just chilling.
He shot the arrows from behind him, but he tired. Leave him alone.
I mean, he beat his dude. Only the whip dude in the chain was left. So
he just took so long with that dude.
He took so long. He took 15. That's the longest battle I've never seen.
Right.
Bro. Like if that was translated to DBZ time, that's 2 arcs.
That's two whole ass arcs.
It's 2 arcs of one
Damn,
fight
we'd have
while
had a
everyone
spirit bomb.
else has finished their fights. But yeah, that was a little ridiculous.
a little ridiculous.
It was a little ridiculous.
You got anything else?
Yeah, like during it wasn't which fight was it? I think it was either the second time or the third time that they showed off the camera tilting,
Mm-hmm.
and it just didn't appeal to me that time that they did it,
Mm-hmm.
and it just put me off to the whole thing. I can't remember which time it was. Cause you got okay, so they did it and they go up, they run up the walls. They did that. The witch fucks up the dude because they were doing it and it would go like 90 degrees. It would go counterclockwise 90 degrees, and it would go clockwise 90 degrees, and then it go clockwise 90 degrees again, and it was so many in that one section. I was just like, this is just so much right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, we already talked about the Emperor and his use of the chi.
Mm-hmm.
When he was fucking up them shadow dudes.
That was cool.
And then they did that
They did the rope trap.
And literally like
It didn't dip. Where'd they go?
they dipped.
Like, what?
They dipped immediately after that. And only Barcon was left to slowly set the smoldering trap to burn the Emperor alive.
He wants him to feel that shit. That's vengeance right there. Guns are too quick.
Well, vengeance is what got him an L instead of just killing that nigga.
Well, hey, what you won't expect in Foul Mulan a woman defeat him? You know, until he was a warrior. Until he took an arrow to the heart.
Until he took an arrow to the heart. After failing to catch it for the second time. I believe so. I liked pretty much everything else.
All right.
It was pretty.
So now you know what we. So now you know what we thought.
Hey,
what did the people think? Now, even though this was on Disney Plus and this didn't really get to see didn't get to see theater play at all, at least in the United States. I don't know if it did overseas. According to Wikipedia, you know how that is. We have a budget of $200 million with a box office here being relative, of $64.4 million. And again, I don't know if that's worldwide gross or not. I'm wondering how the breakdown of that is.
Yeah.
And also, does that mean Disney considers this a flop? You know, like does this being online earnings, that being what it is, and we knew they were going to lose money from this, from this format, because again, even though people, you know, it is a hefty price, it is $30. Imagine $30, but I was able to have not just me see this, Shakis see this. You know what I mean? That's $30 split between. That's $15 a ticket right there, which is still pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are, because I believe people in bigger cities pay like $11 for their movie tickets, which, eesh.
Yeah, that's the Regal price.
But is it?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like $11.50, and then if you have a student discount, it's like, or is it? It's like $10.50 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
Yeah, but it's not
unless it's like you go on on a special day.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's 50 cents away, but that's 50 cents that matters to me.
Fair enough.
I'm broke. Everybody can't be Shakis Moore.
We have the same job.
I get 2 cents less on the dollar. Anyway, I do wonder how Disney will see this release. See if they see this as being as something that is, you know, something that is worth exploring further, or if this is going to be the end of, are we going to get Mulan 2, The Journey to China, the Journey Across the Great Wall? I forget what the subtitle of the second movie was. Are we going to get any spinoffs with the witch, prequel movie with the witch? Like, are we going to get these things? You know, like, because Aladdin got a damn spinoff with the dude that was in that one scene. Like, are we going to get that with Mulan? Probably not. So, you know what it is. Know what we thought. That's what people thought. We want to hear what you thought. Make sure you leave the comments down below. Shakis, you got places they can see you on the internet?
You can't see me on the internet yet, but stay tuned.
You can check me out Letterboxd, Henny Price for Life. The regular outro goes here. We're out. Peace.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure that you check out the other shows that we have on the Facebook, the other main podcast that comes out every other Tuesday. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends and your family. Go check out our YouTube where we have content from other Production 1200 works. And make sure you follow us on the Instagram. We post sometimes there. We'll do more. We'll try. Maybe. Like us on iTunes podcast, rate and review. Give us them 5 stars. And we'll see you next time.
It's my duty to protect my family.
Ancestors, please protect her.
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
We're going to make men out of every single one of you.